the right two lanes to keep right.
Hey friends, it's Wednesday, July 7, 2021, and it's time to prepare to go there. My name is Peter. I want to welcome you back to the most overlooked and underrated coaching conversation on the internet. That's my opinion, but I believe that our future deserves our focus today, and other people won't do this. So we have to show up and put in the work, get the future off of the back burner, put it back on the front burner where it belongs. Today, we're going to be talking about how do you clear the clutter so that way you can get on with your day and get on with your work and get on with your projects and get on with the things you want to do instead of being bogged down and held back by all of the stuff that has kind of built up over time. So it's definitely an important conversation. I'm looking forward to give you 5 or 6 tactics to actually clear the clutter and do so very quickly. So that way you're not wasting time, but you're redeeming time, you're multiplying time, and you're getting on with your day. So welcome back to the Future Frontier. Before we get into these tactics, I do want to give you an invitation, and that is to jump on board this coaching journey. You know, most people don't know how to lead others into a better future. And it's my thesis that it's because they don't know how to lead themselves there first. This is really a fault line, I believe, in the leadership culture and in the leadership space. We are so passionate, maybe even ambitious about helping others, leading others, and getting things done through others that we just overlook the practical stuff that we should be doing privately and personally ourselves. And if you overlook the private and the practical for a little bit, you can still go on with life. You can, get by. But if you let that go on and it becomes a lifestyle of neglect or a lifestyle of laziness or a lifestyle of entitlement, then you're going to crash and burn later on. And I'm very passionate about helping friends and leaders alike go on a coaching journey so that way they can stay practically focused on their future and tactically lead themselves towards it day by day. And so if this is interesting to you, I want you to join the email community. It's called the Future Friends, and you need to get your future some more friends, people that are going to be in your corner and help you take action steps forward. And so the email community is the best and most direct way to get all of this coaching content, to get information and incentives about the soon coming online courses, and just to have access and interaction with the rest of the email community. If you do that, I want to give you a free gift. You need to find the link so that way you can get the fail-proof planning guide. It's going to help you stay agile, not fragile, in a world that is constantly changing. And, it can be intimidating to make goals, to make plans, to make commitments when the future feels so unpredictable. But the truth is, you can still lead yourself well and make that future unforgettable. So download the fail-proof planning guide for free. You can get after it. It'll help you go through a proven step-by-step planning process to set goals, to avoid pitfalls, and then to keep showing up with a clear, helpful planning process. Let's get back to this coaching conversation. How do we clear the clutter quickly? Man, I don't know if you've noticed, but things can pile up pretty quickly. I mean, we're constantly just filling our brain with thoughts. We're filling our lives with stuff. We're filling our days with tasks and interactions. And man, how do you tame all of that clutter so that way you can actually clear the way and move forward? And I want to prime it with this quote. Albert Einstein said, "Out of clutter, find simplicity." So really, the path towards what you want to do, the path towards the future, the path towards achievement, the path towards progress is not going to be doing more and more stuff. It's actually going to be thinking about streamlining, simplifying, pruning, because growth can then multiply out of that space. So we're actually in a quest to simplify our lives. And through that simplicity, we're going to multiply. So let's get into some tactics to help you clear the clutter quickly. So many times we can get emotionally attached to all of the things, all of the clutter. You know, you can have a cluttered head full of thoughts and questions and frustrations and ideas. You can have a cluttered workspace. You can have a cluttered digital workspace. You can have a cluttered calendar. So it's more of a mindset. I am going to be adamant, ruthless about simplifying my life. And if I will focus on simplicity, then I can find creativity, productivity, connectivity, and on and on. So the first tactic, man, this is literally my choice, preferred, premium tactic when it comes to clearing the clutter. It's reset to ready. You want to set yourself up for success every time you show up. And so before you leave any environment, whether that's the dinner table or the work table, I want you to reset everything back to the ready position. Ready is whatever you want to walk into. So for instance, you don't leave clutter on the dinner table. You don't leave all the dishes out, all the food out, and then you move on to the next thing. And you know what happens is that just became a part of your past that you're going to have to clean up and deal with when you want to move forward. And so before you ever leave that space, leave that zone, you have to build in time, just plan time. The last 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is, I'm going to always reset to ready. And this is practical for everyday life. You want to reset your car and gas your car up, fuel your car up before you have to go again. You might even want to, if you have like a driveway, park the car in the ready position so that way you can just get in and drive out instead of trying to back out and move around the cars and not trying to hit other people. So be thinking about be thinking about what would I need to just take off next time. And that's what you're resetting back to ready. So that's going to be the mindset and the kind of the precedent for the rest of these tactics. The next thing is put things away, not down. This is so easy, but it is so game changing. You go in the house and you got all your stuff in your pockets and in your bag or maybe in your purse. And you're like, where do I, oh, I'm so tired. Where do I put all this stuff? So what do? We drop it wherever we are. We drop our shoes here. We drop our keys there. We, have you seen my wallet? Have you seen my wallet? Where's my phone? Where's it? And you're running around because you're trying to find stuff that really should already have a home. Everything should have a place. You need a place to live. That's your house, your apartment, your dorm, whatever. But your stuff, your ideas, your decisions, they all need a intentional place to live. So when you have identified, this is where the wallet will go, this is where my phone will get charged, this is where my backpack and my work items will be, you build that space in, and now it has somewhere to go. So put it away. Don't just put it down. The next one is organize from the ground up. It is time to do some cleaning. And yes, you need to be good at cleaning. You need to be good with cleaning. Man, I'm inspired by people who enjoy cleaning and taking care of their stuff. That says a lot about them. It says a lot about their work ethic, their stewardship. I didn't realize that this was a skill. I thought it was just something I had to do. I didn't realize it was something I could get good at, something I could find joy in. And so you want to organize from the ground up. What do I mean? Whenever you get into that clean up mode, start with the things that are on the floor and then work your way up. So trash goes away first. Just start scanning. Where's all the trash? Throw it away. Then you're going to say, all right, shoes. What's like on the floor? And you just start building. And if you just take that first step, it creates a snowball effect. And then you're actually building momentum and you're clarifying things, because what normally happens is we don't know, we're trying to put stuff up, but we don't know where it goes because everything's already maxed out. And so you have to start somewhere. So in one sense, I'm using a metaphor, start from the ground up, start with trash, and then go all the way to your treasure. And I use that figuratively, but do the same practically. Just scan the floor and then go a little bit higher. Then scan that area, then go a little bit higher, then a little bit higher. Now you say, well, I want to do the ceiling down, whatever. But I'm telling you, have a process how you're going to scan and clean things up. But honestly, I do this all the time. So ground up does work. All right, next is schedule buffer time to declutter. You actually need to plan this in. If you're like me, I like to move forward. I like to think forward. I'm not looking back. I'm not trying to go back. And maybe that's why I can get pretty agitated if I'm pulled back into a mess, if I'm pulled back into something I started and then just dropped away from. So if you're planning time to declutter in, you don't feel robbed. You don't feel like you're being cheated. You don't feel like you're missing out. You say, no, I planned on this. I'm going to knock it out, and then I'll move on with the other stuff. And so build that buffer time in. And it would be far, far better to declutter your life or organize your life in small, consistent increments than it would be to just wait until, you're part of some reality show featuring hoarders and, you got to face this crazy pile of a life scenario. All right. The fifth tactic is I want you to visualize how you organize. Visualize how you organize. And this goes in two different ways. One way is you need to actually organize your stuff, your life, your thoughts, your values on paper. Like literally doodle on a piece of paper and just put your name in the middle or put your smiley face in the middle and then start to create that mind map effect of these are the big things that are important to me. These are my big roles. These are my big goals. And then you start to see a sense of organization already happening. So when you're trying to, organize your life, your time, your things, you're already tapping into a visual map, an internal preview of how things are related and how things could be organized or oriented in each space. But then I want you to take it a step further, and I'm convinced that you are working towards something aesthetically pleasing, something visually enjoyable, something that you're like, I like the way that turned out. It's not just a task. This was actually like a little piece of art. My desk, when it's organized, whether it's totally minimal and clean or whether it has some stuff, it looks kind of like a gallery. It looks kind of like a show floor or something, of a little mini masterpiece that I can look at, that I can find value in. And so you want to keep pushing in your organization until it looks visual, until it looks like, wow, I can see everything. I can see the labels on things. I don't have to guess and wonder. I'm not looking at a box and I don't know what's inside of it. It's actually visually appealing. And what we normally do is we say, oh, just get it out of mind, out of sight, out of sight, out of mind. And we just stuff it into a closet or into a box or into a drawer. And then it just rots away there. So instead, you want to be able to see what's around. And when you get somewhere, is it visually appealing? And then you're like, man, I like the way that turned out. So that's what I have for you today. And I want to leave you with this summary. Clear the way for a great day by staying organized. Literally, the best thing you could do to clear the clutter is just don't have it in the first place. Don't put up with it. Like, don't have a tolerance for it. Sometimes we think it's a necessary thing to just have your life fall out of control and get so chaotic and unmanageable that it turns into this, like, thickly forested jungle, and you're like hacking through it with a machete. You can't even start anything. You can't even think through anything because you're like just totally overtaken. Don't even live in that world. Don't even tolerate that kind of lifestyle. Instead, clear the way for a great day by staying organized. I really appreciate you being on this coaching journey. Next time we're together, we're going to be talking about getting your best rest possible. It's so important that you get enough sleep, get enough rest, so that way when you're taking on goals, habits, and interactions with other people, that you're bringing the best of you, not just the rest of you from yesterday, last week, last month. This is really going to help you sleep all nice and cozy, but you're going to show up recharged and ready for a great day ahead. As always, you're going places, but you have to prepare to go there. Stay awesome, and we'll see you real soon.